Welcome to today's daily puzzle, which is named Shush due to a very sneaky move which we'll see. But first, let's take a look at the board. There's a lot of traffic and a lot of drama going on. Our queen is hanging twice, our rook is hanging twice, and black's knight is hanging as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces. But notice that black's king is also stuck in the corner and the h file is open. And the first move that might cross our minds is bringing our queen back and give a check on h1. But in that case, black can simply take our rook. And we might be optimistic that there must exist a checkmate around these squares due to the presence of our pawns and the queen. But unfortunately, the two key squares are covered by black's knights. If we try and take black's queen, we need to be mindful of potential forks, which will come after knight to d5, and forks our rook in two ways. So that is still an absolutely losing position for white. We cannot give a check on h7, as black can save its knight and take our rook in the same move. One other option is to grab the hanging knight, hoping that black would take our queen with the pawn, and we can have a winning endgame by trading the rook for the knight and winning back the queen. But that only happens if black blunders. Instead, black has a very powerful move here. Queen takes f6, that comes with a check, and now our rook is hanging and our queen is hanging. Now we have kind of exhausted all our options. The only option left is to either sacrifice our rook or the queen on the 8th rank and somehow try to deliver checkmate that way. But if we take with the rook, and although we can take this pawn now, but black is up a knight and there is no way white can win this position. And if we sacrifice our queen, queen takes g8 check. Black is forced to take it with its knight, kind of smothering the black king in the corner. In this position, black's queen is hanging. But if we take that, black can simply recapture it and have a minor piece in the endgame. So now we have to play that sneaky move, which is rook f7. Not taking the queen and not giving a check. This is a brilliant tactical move which wins the game for white, despite what black plays here. If they give a check with their queen, we can take their queen with our rook. And if they take our rook, we grab it back with our pawn, threatening the knight and a promotion on the next move. And even if black tries to stop that, we take the knight here with a promotion and get a winning king and a pawn endgame. So that doesn't work either. If black tries to open up a square for its king by sacrificing its knight, in that case we do not capture their queen. Black has a nasty fork to win our rook. Instead we take their knight, and still not with the rook, but instead with our pawn. After queen takes our pawn, we have rook h7 check. This eventually wins the game for white, as after the king moves, we give another check with the pawn, and then force the king out of the back rank to simply promote our pawns. However, in this puzzle, after we played that seemingly harmless move, black takes our pawn. And since the queen was the only thing defending that h7 square, we delivered checkmate by playing rook h7. So that will do it for this puzzle with one of the most brilliant moves I've ever seen. Thank you for watching and follow for daily puzzle explanations.